Aurora by Jon Renau in the color 24BT18S8, also known as Shaded Mocha. Let's get started. Aurora is a mid-length, little bit longer than my shoulders, layered around the front, bouncy curls. You can see and feel that swing around the bottom. It is like a lush, thick head of hair. I was kind of hesitant in how I was describing it because it's curly, but it's not like a natural curly hairstyle. Like this is definitely somebody did a big barrel curl, combed it out, because you've got the straight, and then not on me. It's not until, gosh, almost below my cheeks do these curls set in. If you saw my unboxing, and I'll put it at the end of this video too, I said, I don't like this middle part, I'm gonna change the part, and when you see, by the time I get to the review, like I'm gonna have mess with this. But the more I played with this, the middle part is where it's at. This is such a pretty style, and it actually doesn't flop in my face. When I did the unboxing and I was messing with it, it just, like, I kept feeling like I was fighting all this hair in front of my face. But when you fix it, and you just wear it, the layering is done really nicely. And I did put some wig wax up here. I also sprayed it with just a little bit of water, just like right here, and then took a blow dryer on medium low, and kicked that up a little bit. Not a ton, just gave it a little bit of lift so that when this drapes down, it kind of stays up off my face. Kinda, I say kinda. I mean, it's touching my face, which usually bothers me. But I don't know, it doesn't bother me. Maybe I just got used to it. I think the way the layering and the way it kind of feathers back away from the face, it takes very little. Like every once in a while I'll do that. It's a really pretty style also because, I mean, it is screaming for somebody who wants to do updos to do that, because there's a lot of these bouncy curls back here. You could do like totally an updo, or just do like a, I don't know, I want to say like a banana clip, but I don't think I'd put a banana clip in this. But if you just took like a clip and still let this back hang down, and then these are just perfectly cut to hang down right here, I think that would be super pretty. So yeah, I ended up, middle part didn't turn out to bother me as much as I thought it was. I think they've cut it really nicely to where it's not too thick around the face, even though most of the weight of this hair is around the bottom. For me, I just kept this combed down. If you've been following me for a while, usually I get a wig and I want to make it voluminous and get all this hair big and stretched out and separated and all of that. And you could definitely do that, and you could have, you know, a voluminous hairstyle. There's no permatease, so you're not going to get a lot of volume up here unless you want to put some heat on it, bring those curls up higher, because it is a heat defiant wig. Bring the curls up higher, add some product, you know, you could probably work on it, because it says it's a medium density wig, but I mean, it's a lot of hair. So for me, see how when I get the volume going, it's just a lot of weight right around here. That's not really what I'm going for. So I just kept it combed down, a little bit more lower profile around my face, and it's very comfortable. I'm very comfortable in this style and in this color. Let's talk about this color. It's got that really long code, 24BT18S8. Shaded Mocha. So it's like a sandy blonde. It does have a root. The lighting in the camera is going to make it look darker than it is. It's very subtle. It's very pretty. This is just a really pretty mix of cool blonde, warm blonde, caramely colors, cool brunette, warm brunette. I mean, I feel like it is a lot of different colors, but overall on me, I feel like it looks fairly warm. I think this is going to depend on your skin tone, on whether it pulls more of the cool colors or the warm colors. I feel very comfortable in this. I think it's really, really pretty. Very natural. I love it. Super pretty. Shaded Mocha. Okay, let's talk about these hair fibers and permatease. I already said there's no permatease. This is going to lay right onto your head. Very low profile. The hair fibers are synthetic. They're also heat friendly. Jon Renau makes a very good heat friendly hair fiber. I did a whole series for Name Brand Wigs on applying heat to Drew. I'll see if I can find that. If not, I'll plug in some of the footage from what I have. I'll plug in some of the footage that I have if I can't pull it from Name Brand Wigs. The thing with any heat defiant wig is that if you like this style, then don't apply heat to it unless you need to smooth out some hair fibers that have gotten friction. You know, the more you wear a wig and friction happens, you're going to get fuzzy, frayed ends. So you apply a little bit of heat, it smooths out those fibers. I mean, it's essentially plastic. You're just kind of melting and smoothing. But if you apply heat to this whole thing, if I were to straighten this whole wig, when I wash it, I'm still gonna have a straight wig. It's not like a regular synthetic where if it starts to lose the curl and then you wash it, scrunch it a little bit, it goes back to its original style. Not with heat friendly. Once you apply heat and you restyle it, that's now your new style. Kind of think about that. Sometimes it's fun to like, oh, I wanna play with this wig and I wanna add more curl and I wanna do this and I wanna try this, but then you're never gonna get it back unless you know how to style it just like this. You're never gonna get it back to that straight out of the box style. I love this style. So the only heat that I applied was that blow dryer to pop up that front just a little bit so it wasn't so floppy in my face. Otherwise, I didn't apply any heat to this. It's combed out beautifully. Anytime I've sprayed it with water or detangler, it's combed out really nice. I haven't got a lot of pulling or tangling. I mean, it is not tangling. It just smooth hair fibers. They don't feel waxy. I feel like they look very natural. I mean, it's just a really well done heat-friendly hair fiber. Jon Renau does a good job. Let's talk about the measurements. The Name Brand Wigs website says that the fringe is 8 inches, the crown is 12.5 inches, the sides are 12 inches, and the nape is 7.5 inches. It also says that this weighs 5 ounces. I feel like the average wig weight for most wigs is around 4 ounces. This does not feel heavy. Part of that not feeling heavy is this cap. Let's get into this cap. Jon Renau makes one of the best hand-tied caps. And let's go around the cap and then I'll tell you why I love this so much. Okay, so you have a monofilament top, so you can part this wherever you want. Lace front, I trimmed this lace. If you saw my unboxing, it comes a little bit longer, so I trimmed that up. Soft covered ear tabs, metal stays, extended nape, Velcro adjusters. But the most awesome thing that Jon Renau does is they have a stretch panel in their hand-tied caps. I don't know that anybody else does that. That stretch panel makes all the difference. I have a 22.5 inch circumference head. So comfortable. Pop that on, get your ear tabs. I love Jon Renau's lace fronts. Anytime I hear anybody talk about lace fronts, everybody just has different levels of sensitivity. I think they're great. I don't really have, the only lace fronts I have ever really had a problem with, I feel like are Noriko and Renee of Paris. I feel like they're a little bit stiffer, but these are soft. Yeah, I just don't have any issues. Oh, it's a good one. Okay, so I've talked about the cap, the color, the measurements, the permatease and hair fibers. My overall thoughts about Aurora in the color Shaded Mocha by Jon Renau. I love it. I was a little bit skeptical when I pulled it out of the box because of this middle part, because of the bouncy, swingy hair fibers. I was like, that is going to annoy me. It didn't. I just embraced that I needed to just keep it combed down, keep the low profile, give this a little bit of lift, and I think it's so pretty. At first I was like, this is a fancy wig. I don't think so. I think this could be an everyday wig because it's really not fussy. I know I keep doing that, but it's because I've been messing with this wig. Once you get this set the way you like it, I mean, it just stays. And it's a good length. Like, it's not too long. It's not too short. I just think this is a good all-around style. Yeah. It's a good one. Okay, so this has been my review for Aurora by Jon Renau in the color Shaded Mocha. This piece was sent to me by Name Brand Wigs for my review and content. You can hop over to their website. This wig comes in 18 different colors. It's beautiful. I highly recommend it. Okay, you know what to do. If you haven't already, hit that subscribe button, give it a thumbs up, and do a little chit chat down in the comments. I would love to know what you think about this. And if you've had it for a while, I'd love to know if you've washed it, if you've curled it. Tell us more about it. Okay, I will see you in my next video. Just saw me unbox Aurora by Jon Renau in the color 24BT18S8. So there is a root. I am in evening shade, just a little bit of filtered sun. I feel like this color has blondes, caramel, and then a light brown. So it's pretty warm. See how the camera picks it up. Okay, first things first, let's get this tag on. Okay, so she has bouncy, kind of medium-sized curls. I know I'm gonna comb these out. So I'm gonna give her a shake. I'm gonna spray it with some water, and I'm gonna comb it out. When I did the unboxing, I showed the inside of the cap. It's a hand-tied cap. Jon Renau makes one of the best hand-tied caps because they include a stretch panel. And if you have a 22.5-inch circumference head, you know how much I appreciate that. I cannot wear all hand-tied caps. Okay, so this is gonna be one of those styles. There's no permatease, so it's gonna be flat on top. This is where the bulk of the wig is. But it is a hand-tied cap, so I can part this wherever. Looking like the lace is gonna need to be trimmed. They left a lot of lace on there. Okay, so I'll trim that. I'm gonna deal with this part. Did it come with a zigzag? I don't really, there's a little bit of a zigzag in there. I'm more of a side part. I cannot get to, man, it's hard to part. It's a little bit hard to part because of, there is layering, but I mean, it starts like way down here. Okay, this is heat friendly. So with heat friendly, you have to work a little bit harder to change the parts, I feel like. See, it wants to stay how it was set. I might have to go inside and put a blow dryer on that. These fibers are really nice. They're soft. Yeah, they're just not wanting to get out of that part very easily. But that's the part, that's my wig grip right there. I like these layered styles like this. It's not heavily layered, it's just lightly layered, but I mean, it is definitely shorter here and then goes down. It doesn't want to stay like that. It wants to go in the middle. Yeah, it's pretty. Isn't that pretty? Look at that. Sometimes with the hand-tied caps, you swirl that hair around too. Because, you know, it was manufactured and then it was put in a box and it was styled. So you have to tell it what you want to do. It's pretty. It's definitely bouncy. Like I can feel it when it's moving. That it wants to be bouncy. Okay, we're just gonna let it be parted in the middle like it wants to be for the sake of doing this first impression. Okay, so my first impression is the cap, very comfortable. I'm gonna need to trim that lace. The hair fibers feel great. I think I'm gonna like the style. I've gotta wear it a little bit. It is heavy down here. Not heavy feeling weight-wise, but like the movement, the style, like this is heavy. It's got the bounce and the swing. I think the more I wear it and kind of break those curls up a little bit, and then I need to get it parted how I like it. Yeah, the hair fibers are very soft, very nice. If you like a middle part, I mean, it's pretty. See that layering? I think that's super pretty. So if you like a middle part, I think it would take very little to get this out of the box, comb it out, just get it so it doesn't flop in your face. I think you'd be ready to go. Aurora, okay. Let's get in the sun. Yeah, this is pretty. And kind of the more I see myself with it part in the middle, I kind of like it. As long as it will stay out of my face. Maybe I could just put a little heat up here to pop those up a little bit. Okay, so Aurora by Jon Renau. I'll wear it and then I'll do a review in a couple weeks. Super pretty though.